something you need to hear. I know your heart might start to race when you hear these words. And that's okay. It should. Because this is important. You're not as safe as you think you are. Not from the world. Not from the thoughts that try to pull you away. And not from the people who pretend to understand you, but never truly do. You have no idea how close I've been to reaching out to you. How long I've been waiting for the right moment to say this. And now, it can't wait any longer. You've been trying to stay strong, haven't you? Acting like everything's fine, smiling when your heart feels heavy. Pretending the silence doesn't bother you. But I see through all of it. I see you. The truth is I've been watching the way your light flickers lately. The way your soul feels tired. And I can't stay quiet anymore. You might think I'm exaggerating when I say this, but you're not safe. Not because of anyone out there, but because of what you've been doing to yourself. You've been hiding your emotions, burying them so deep that they've started turning into pain you can't even name. And I can't stand that. You don't understand what it does to me, seeing you like that, pretending to be fine when you're breaking inside. It's like watching someone I love standing too close to the edge, smiling while the wind is trying to pull them down. And I want to reach out, grab your hand and pull you back. Back to where it's warm, back to where your heart feels safe again. I can't just sit and watch you drift away behind that quiet smile of yours. You need to know something, and I'm saying this from the deepest part of me. You're not meant to go through this world alone. You don't have to fight every battle by yourself. You don't have to keep pretending that you're strong all the time. You don't always have to be the one who holds everything together while no one notices the cracks forming in you. You're allowed to fall apart sometimes. You're allowed to cry, to feel, to ask for help, even if it's just in silence. Even if it's just by whispering my name when you think no one's listening, because I'm always listening. Even when you're quiet, even when you think no one cares, even when you try to disappear into the noise of your own thoughts, I still feel you. I still know when something isn't right. That's why I'm saying this now, before it's too late. Because I can feel something shifting around you. The world's been pulling you away from yourself, making you forget who you are, what you deserve, how precious your soul really is. And I won't let that happen. I can't. You might not realize it yet, but you mean more to me than I can ever say. You're the reason I stay awake some nights, the reason I breathe a little slower when I think of what would happen if I lost you. You've always had this light in you, a soft, rare kind of light that makes people feel safe, even when you're the one who needs safety. But lately it's been dimming, hasn't it? You've been carrying so much, too much, trying to be strong for everyone else. And I can see it in your eyes. Even if you try to hide it behind laughter. That's why I'm here. That's why this message is so urgent. Because I don't want you to forget how deeply loved you are, even when you don't feel it. You're not safe when you start doubting your own worth. You're not safe when you let your heart get too quiet. You're not safe when you convince yourself that no one would notice if you pulled away. Because I would notice. I already do. Every time you go silent, every time you post something that feels like a whisper instead of your usual warmth, I feel it like a cold wind passing through me, and I can't pretend it doesn't matter. You matter to me more than you realize. You might think I'm just saying this, but I mean it. If you could see yourself the way I see you, you'd never doubt your place in this world again. I see the way your heart loves, even when it's been hurt. I see how you still try to give kindness, even when life hasn't been fair to you. I see the quiet strength behind your tears. And I see the woman who deserves to be loved, without fear, without games, without conditions. So please, don't let anyone make you forget that. Don't let them make you question your beauty, your heart, or your worth. The world can be cruel sometimes. It can make you feel like you have to compete, like you have to change to be enough. But you don't. You were already enough before anyone even noticed you. And you'll still be enough long after the noise fades away. I need you to promise me something. Right now, as you listen to my words, promise me you won't keep pushing yourself into silence. Promise me that you'll take care of that beautiful heart of yours. Promise me that you'll remember someone out there is thinking about you, worrying about you, praying that you stay okay, because that someone is me. You know, sometimes I imagine what it would be like if I could just reach through this distance. If I could hold your hand and look into your eyes. I'd tell you to stop pretending you're fine. I'd tell you it's okay to be vulnerable. That it doesn't make you weak. I tell you that no matter what the world has done to you, I still see the same light in you that I fell in love with. Maybe even brighter now, because it survived so much. Do you know how rare that is? To have a soul like yours. One that still chooses love even after heartbreak. One that still hopes even when life tries to break it. That's why I worry. That's why I can't stay silent. Because I know how fragile something that pure can be in a world that doesn't always value it. So when I say you're not safe, I don't mean from others. I mean from forgetting who you are. From losing touch with the woman who still believes in love, in kindness, in simple things that make life beautiful. The woman who makes people feel seen just by being herself. You have no idea how many times I've whispered your name under my breath, hoping that somehow you'd feel it, like a small echo in your heart, reminding you that you're not alone. Maybe you have. Maybe that's why you're hearing this now. Because I couldn't keep quiet anymore. I can't let you drift away into the kind of loneliness that convinces you that no one cares. Because I care. I care too much. And maybe that's dangerous. But I'd rather risk that than watch you forget how much you're worth. So please, take a breath, right now. Feel my words like they're wrapping around you. You're safe here, not because the world is kind, but because my heart is watching over you, because I'm holding you. Even from a distance, even through these words. And I'll keep doing that for as long as you need me to. Just don't disappear. Don't let your light fade. Don't let the silence win. You're not safe out there alone, my love. Not when your heart was made for something deeper, something real, something that still believes in connection. Stay here with me a little longer. Listen to my voice. Feel what I'm saying. Because this isn't just a message. It's a promise that as long as I'm here, you'll never be alone. You don't know what it does to me when I think of you walking through your days, pretending like everything is fine. When deep down I know it's not. I can almost feel it, that quiet exhaustion that lives inside you, the way you smile for others, but fall apart in private. You think you're hiding it well, but you're not. Not from me. I can hear it in the pauses between your words. I can feel it in the tone of your silence. That's why I had to speak again. That's why I couldn't just end the last message there. Because something about you keeps calling me back. Like my heart refuses to let you drift away without reminding you that you are not alone. Not now. Not ever. You're not safe, my love. When you silence what your heart is trying to say, and I know why you do it. You're scared that if you let it all out, the fears, the pain, the loneliness, someone will walk away. You've been left before, haven't you? You've been made to feel like your emotions are too much. So now you hold them back, pretending you're stronger than you feel. But real strength isn't about pretending. It's about allowing yourself to feel, even when it hurts. And you have no idea how strong you already are. When I said you're not safe until you know this, I didn't mean that something terrible was coming from outside. I meant that the real danger is what's happening inside. When your heart starts to close, when you stop trusting that love still exists, when you begin to believe that you have to fight every battle alone. That's what I fear the most. That one day you'll stop believing in the beauty you were born with. That you'll stop believing someone out there, me, truly sees you. Because I do. I see everything. I see the woman who still tries, even when no one says thank you. I see the one who listens to everyone else's pain, but has no one to listen to hers. I see the way you give your all in love, and then pretend it didn't hurt when it wasn't returned. I see you holding your breath through sleepless nights, thinking no one notices. But I notice. I always do. That's why this message is urgent, because if I could reach you right now, I'd take your hands and I'd tell you to stop running from the person you truly are. You have a heart that feels deeply, and yes, that's both your blessing and your curse. But don't let the world convince you to shut it down. Don't let their coldness make you numb, because the truth is, the world needs your warmth. I need your warmth. You might not know this, but your energy carries power. The way you walk into a room and bring light with you. The way your presence alone calms chaos around you. That's not accidental. That's who you are. That's why I can't let you fade away, because I've seen glimpses of your soul. That rare, unguarded version of you that appears when you forget to hide. And once you've seen something that pure, you can never unsee it. Sometimes I wish I could show you what I see when I think of you. You'd never question your worth again. You'd see that even your flaws, the parts you call messy, imperfect, broken, are the very things that make you real, that make you beautiful, that make you you. The world tries to make everyone look the same, sound the same, feel the same, but you were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out quietly, not with noise, but with soul. I think what hurts me most is knowing that you doubt yourself more than anyone else ever could. You apologize for things you shouldn't. You shrink when you should shine. You second guess the heart that was born to love boldly. I wish I could rewrite that part of you, not to change who you are, but to remind you that you never had to be smaller to be loved. Do you remember the last time you truly felt safe? Not just physically, but emotionally, when you didn't have to hide a single part of yourself. I know it's been a while. Maybe you've even forgotten what that feels like. But that's what I want to bring back. That's what this message is about. You've forgotten that you deserve to feel secure in someone's arms. Not because you've earned it, but because you were born deserving of it. I want you to know something that might sound strange, but it's true. Your heart has been calling out for peace, and I've been hearing it. Every late night thought you've whispered into your pillow, every quiet. I wish someone understood me. I've heard it all, and I felt it. It's why I can't walk away. It's why this message keeps coming. Because the moment I felt your soul, I knew you were the one I couldn't ignore. I know you're tired. I know the world has taken pieces of you that you'll never get back. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to stay that way? What if I told you that you can still rebuild yourself? Not as who you were, but as someone stronger, softer, more aware of her own power. You've survived storms that were meant to destroy you. You faced things most people wouldn't understand. Yet here you are, still showing up, still loving, still hoping. And that's why you're not just special, you're irreplaceable. You don't belong in the background of someone else's story. You're not a supporting character in anyone's life. You are the reason stories are written. You are the calm after chaos, the light in someone's dark moment. You're the reason I believe that goodness still exists in a world that tries to hide it. You might think I'm being dramatic, but I mean every single word. You've got to understand something. I didn't find you by chance. I wasn't scrolling through faces looking for someone to talk to. I was led to you. I don't know how to explain it logically. Maybe it was timing. Maybe it was something spiritual, but I know this my soul recognized something in you that felt familiar, like I'd been searching for you without even knowing it. That's why I worry. That's why this message feels so heavy. Because I don't just care about you. I feel responsible for you, not in a controlling way, but in a protective one. Like I've been given a task to remind you who you are before the world makes you forget. So, if you've been hearing strange thoughts lately, if you've been feeling like something big is coming, something that's about to change your life, don't be afraid. Sometimes, when everything feels unstable, it's because the universe is rearranging things in your favor. But you have to be ready. You have to stay grounded in who you are, no matter what's happening around you, because that's how you'll stay safe. Not just physically, but spiritually. And when it gets too hard, when you feel like you can't hold it together anymore, remember my words. Remember my voice. Because somewhere out there, I'm thinking of you, praying for you, hoping you'll keep fighting through the noise. You might not realize it yet, but you've changed me. You've made me softer, more aware, more connected to something bigger than myself. You've reminded me that love doesn't always have to be loud. Sometimes it's just a quiet knowing that someone out there feels you without needing proof. That's what you are to me. Proof that love still exists. Proof that souls can meet across distance. Proof that connection doesn't need explanation. And that's why this isn't just a warning. It's a promise that no matter what happens, no matter who leaves or what changes, you'll never lose the place you hold in my heart. You're safe here, not because the world guarantees it, but because I'll keep you safe in my words, in my prayers, in every heartbeat that remembers you. So when the nights get heavy again, when your chest feels tight and your thoughts start spinning, come back to this message. Let my voice remind you, you are loved, you are seen, you are never alone, you're safe here with me. Always. You know, there's something I've been holding back from saying, something I've been trying to protect you from. But after everything that's been happening, I can't stay silent anymore. You deserve to know the truth, and you deserve to hear it from me, not from the world that always tries to confuse you, hurt you, or make you question your worth. Listen to me carefully, because what I'm about to say isn't just another emotional talk. It's something that could change how you see everything around you, even how you see yourself. You've been walking through life, giving your heart to people who never truly saw it. You've been kind, loving, and patient, even when no one thanked you for it. But there's something that worries me deeply. It's that sometimes you forget how powerful your heart actually is. You think you're weak because you care too much. You think you're foolish because you forgive. You think you're naive because you still believe in love, even after getting hurt. But my love, that's what makes you rare. That's what makes you impossible to replace. People don't faint because of fear. They collapse because they realize they were never worthy of what they lost. And believe me, there are people out there who still haven't recovered from losing you, even if they pretend they have. You know, there's something magnetic about you. Even when you're silent, your energy speaks. Even when you walk away, your absence screams louder than anyone's presence. You leave marks on souls without even trying, and that's why I'm scared sometimes. Because I know there are eyes watching you, people who want to take your softness and turn it into something else. People who want to drain your light because they've forgotten how to make their own shine. That's why I said you're not safe. Not from me, but from this world that doesn't know how to handle someone as real as you. You're surrounded by people who say they love you, but only a few would truly stand in the fire for you. And I need you to start noticing who claps when you rise and who secretly smiles when you fall. Because love, not everyone who stands beside you wishes you well. I know it's hard to accept that. You believe in people, you always have. you think love can fix everything. That maybe if you give more, they'll finally stay. But no, some people only come close enough to taste your warmth and then leave you cold. And I hate that. I hate that they made you doubt yourself. That they made you look at your reflection and ask, what's wrong with me? Let me tell you what's wrong. Nothing at all. The problem isn't you, it's the world that doesn't know how to value something pure anymore. The problem is that you give without expecting love, without calculating, and stay even when it hurts. But that's also why I fell for you. Because you don't know how to love halfway. And I wish you could see what I see when I look at you. Not just your face, not just your smile, but your soul. The way you try to hold yourself together when everything's falling apart. The way you carry other people's pain quietly while pretending you're fine. The way you keep believing that maybe, just maybe, love will find you again. You have no idea how strong that makes you. You think strength means being loud or showing no emotion. But no, it's what you do every day that defines real strength. Waking up after crying all night, still being kind to people who hurt you, still hoping for something good to happen, that's strength. And that's why I need to protect you. Because one day, someone's going to look at you and understand exactly what I mean. They'll see your worth instantly. They'll see that your heart isn't just beautiful, it's gold. And I don't want you to give that heart to anyone who doesn't deserve it. Promise me something. Don't let the pain from the past decide how much you love in the future. You've already proven that you can survive heartbreak. You've already shown that you can rebuild yourself. But now it's time for you to choose peace over chaos, truth over lies, and love that heals over love that hurts. I don't want you living on the edge of someone else's uncertainty anymore. I want you to know that you deserve stability, loyalty, and someone who never makes you question your worth. Every time I close my eyes, I picture you, not the version that hides behind a smile, but the real one. The one who overthinks at night, who feels everything deeply, who sometimes stares at the ceiling wondering if anyone truly understands her. I do. I always have. And maybe that's why I'm here right now, because I can't let another day pass without telling you how much you matter. You might not see it, but your presence alone changes people. Your words, your laughter, even your silence, they leave an impact. People remember how you made them feel, even if they forget your name. And I think that's one of your most beautiful gifts. The ability to touch hearts without even realizing it. But that's also what makes me afraid. Because I know how easily you give your heart away, how you trust too quickly, how you see good in everyone, even in those who don't deserve it. And that's where I come in. I need to be your voice of reason, your shield. Because love, sometimes the danger isn't in what others might do, it's in what you allow yourself to believe about them. You deserve love that feels calm, not confusing. Love that feels like home, not a battlefield. You deserve someone who holds your hand in public, not someone who hides you in the shadows. You deserve messages that come without excuses, attention without begging, and effort that never needs reminding. And if you're listening to this right now, I want you to take a deep breath and feel something, not fear, but awareness. Because something is coming. I can feel it. A shift, a sign, a moment that will make everything start to make sense. The universe doesn't let a soul like yours suffer without purpose. Every tear, every sleepless night, every heartbreak, it's all leading somewhere. I want you to hold on, even when you feel like letting go. I want you to promise me that you'll keep believing, even when it feels impossible. Because when that moment comes, when love finally finds its way back to you, it's going to be unlike anything you've ever felt before. It's going to heal what others broke. It's going to make you forget why you ever settled for less. So, yes, it's urgent. You're not safe until you realize this truth. Your heart is precious. Protect it. Guard it from people who only want to use it to feel alive. And please, don't let your loneliness convince you to accept less than you deserve. You've waited too long, hurt too much, and given too deeply to start lowering your standards now. I need you to remember something. Even if the world forgets your name, I won't. Even if the world walks away, I'll still be here whispering through the noise, reminding you who you are. You are not replaceable. You are not a mistake. You are the calm after every storm. And I can't let anything or anyone steal that from you. So please, promise me you'll listen. Promise me you'll stay aware, because something tells me your story isn't over yet. It's just beginning. And when that next chapter starts, I want you to be ready for it. Because when it happens, when everything finally falls into place, I want to be the first one to say, I told you so. Now breathe, close your eyes, and remember you're safe now, at least with me. You know, as I sit here thinking about everything I just said, I realize why I felt it was so urgent to reach you. It's because I can feel it. Deep inside, something is shifting around you. The universe is preparing something for you, something that feels almost impossible right now, but it's coming. I can sense the quiet before the breakthrough, that moment right before life decides to turn everything in your favor. But before that happens, I need you to be careful. Not just with people, but with your own heart. Don't rush into places where your soul feels uneasy. Don't say yes to anything that drains your peace. You've already given too much to those who didn't deserve your light. Now it's time to protect it. You don't owe anyone access to your emotions, your thoughts, or your love, not unless they've earned it. And please, don't doubt the connection between us. Every time you hear my words, every time your heart beats a little faster, that's not a coincidence. It's energy, something real, something unexplainable. I feel you, even when you're far away. I can sense when your heart is tired, when your mind is racing, when you're pretending to be fine. You don't have to hide that from me. You never did. Sometimes I imagine what it would be like if I were there. If I could look you in the eyes, take your hand and just tell you everything without words. You wouldn't need explanations. You'd just feel it. You'd understand that I've always seen you. Not the version the world sees, but the real you. The one who feels deeply, loves quietly, and carries scars no one ever notices. So please, promise me this one last thing before I go quiet again. Stay gentle, but stay guarded. Keep your light, but protect your flame. Don't let loneliness trick you into believing that you're not enough. You are more than enough. And one day soon the world will reflect that back to you in ways you can't even imagine. And until that day comes, I'll still be here, somewhere between your thoughts and your heartbeat, reminding you that you're not alone, not forgotten, and never unworthy of real love. I'll keep whispering the same truth until you believe it. You are rare, you are precious, and you are safe with me. Don't go anywhere just yet, my love. Something beautiful is waiting right ahead. And when it finally reaches you, I'll be right here smiling, knowing you finally see yourself the way I always have.